Hey, it's Thomas again, and now that we have set up and mounted the WEEBILL 3S, I'm going to be walking you through how to balance it. When balancing the WEEBILL 3S, make sure that we start with all of the axes locked. It's much better to do it this way, balancing axis by axis, rather than having all of the axes unlocked. It's much more chaotic. We're going to start off by unlocking the tilt axis, and note that our camera is pretty unbalanced. Our aim here is for the camera to be resting in a horizontal position. So to do that, we're going to move the quick release plate either forwards or backwards. We're going to unlock the lever here, and in this case, we're going to have to move the quick release plate backwards until, as you can see, it is balancing by itself horizontally. We're then going to lock the quick release plate in place. Another important step here when balancing the tilt axis is to balance the vertical tilt axis. So this is when we turn the camera up, it needs to stay in that upward position. This is because when we are filming with a gimbal, often we're using camera angles where the gimbal is pointing upwards like this. And if the camera doesn't stay there on its own in a balanced state, the motors are going to have to be working very hard. So we tilt it vertically and we unlock the screw for the vertical tilt axis and move the camera just until it stands on its own vertically. Small adjustments often go a long way here. We're then going to tighten that screw up, put it back to the horizontal resting position, and it might go off balance slightly. This is completely normal, and we just want to do a secondary adjustment here to make sure the camera is perfectly balanced. Once we have the tilt axis balanced horizontally and vertically, we're going to want to balance the roll axis. So we're going to unlock the roll axis, and we're already pretty good here. If you are off balance here, the thing that you would adjust would be the base here, either going left or right. So we would unlock this here, and we would either move the camera right or we would move the camera left for a perfectly balanced roll axis, and let's lock in place. Finally, we have the pan axis. So we unlock this, and you might think, oh, but nothing's happened, it's not going off balance. The way we test the pan axis is by tilting the gimbal diagonally and making sure that it doesn't move too quickly in any direction. So right now, again, it looks pretty balanced. If it was to be, let's say around here, and we moved it again, we have a very fast, crazy swing. So we want to move that back. In this case, moving it to around the edge. And here you can see the camera almost doesn't move at all. So that's pretty well balanced on the pan axis. Okay, we've now successfully balanced the gimbal. In the next video, we're going to be getting into the operation of the gimbal and how to actually use it.